Okay, hopefully that's good. If it's not perfect quality, I'm gonna have to again. I'm gonna have to change settings as I move back to my computer anyway. But by the way, Shogi, I got your mixer, and we'll be using your mixer today. So supplies, baking supplies supplied by Shogi. All right, so preheat oven to 350. Let's get this started. So so I'm gonna be using this little cake pan here, which is I think the right size. Might be a little shallow and a little bigger than a normal cake will be, so we'll just have a little bit shorter, wider cake there. Um, what is this? This is a baking stream. We're making a cake. It's my birthday, Ethereal. Well, tomorrow's my birthday, so we're making a cake. So, all right. So I'm supposed to. So I'm supposed to grease the bottom of the pan. I wonder if I can use. I wonder if I can use parchment paper. I know you can use this for cookies. Has anybody here ever made a cake and know if I could put parchment paper on the pan and then like use nonstick spray on that? You came from YouTube, Ethereal? Well, welcome to the live stream where we do crazy other stuff. Oh my gosh, happy birthday. I'm sure you can sing yourself much better than I try to. Thank you, Phoenix. Cooking, reporting for mething. Oh, yes, it's we're not doing the Walter White thing today. Um, I did wash the pan. I guess will just. It says grease the pan. I'm not sure what it means by greasing the pan. I'm hoping if I just use non-stick spray, that's what I can do. So, all right. No Walter White, dang, wrong stream. Give me my bits back. Oh, did you give bits? Thank you for the bits. Oh, 111 bits. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's your cake pan. I would have sent you some for your birthday. Sweet art of baked goods look trash. What? What's wrong with this pan? I mean, it's a little. I've cooked stuff in it. It's a little got scratches, but that'll be a cake. I hope it'll be a cake. It'll be a short, skinny cake. All right. Well, let's start mixing our ingredients. First thing we do is mix cake mix, water, oil, and eggs in a large bowl with mixer on medium speed. Okay, so I need a cup of water. Let's get the baking mix out. I'm going to try to do this slowly and carefully since I've never done it before. So here's our cake mix. It's too shallow. It's going to be a pie, not a cake in that pan. uh, well, that's the only. I got this pan, which is deeper, but it's too small. So I don't know, man. Two 8-inch. What's the size of this? I wonder if I could do. I'd have to do two cakes here. Cake rises. My pan is too shallow. Agreed. Oh my God. Really? Really too shallow? I'm trying to see if I have any other pans. These I think are the only two pans I have. I went to the store and thought I was fine because I was like, this looks like a cake pan to me. You came by to say hi. Well, thanks, Phoenix. Appreciate it. Well, I'm probably going to be making a very. Uh, you don't cook like you do, but even I've watched my mom and know this stuff. Okay. Well, we're going to try this one. It might be a very skinny cake. If my first cake I ever make is not perfect, oh well. Oh well, we'll see. We'll see how well it comes out. I don't know if I can add more water or anything to help it. Okay, let me just use scissors here. Okay. I'm glad you guys are here to tell me how wrong it's going to be. Just like my normal streams. Rand, you suck at video games. Rand, you suck at cooking. Yeah, that's probably true. The cakes mix sure smells good though. All right. If it fails, you can always claim it was a pie. Yes, chocolate icing on top of a yellow cake pie. All right, so water, oil, and eggs. So I need to do. Let's do the eggs. I need 3 eggs. Let me see. I'm gonna do the eggs over the sink here. So you guys won't get to see my egg cracking technique, sadly. But it's good, I promise. All right, 3 eggs. You see that? You probably don't see it, but 3 eggs. My egg cracking technique is good. I just don't know how to choose the right, utensils and pans. Oh man, the first thing I do is show you the pan. The first thing you guys say is it's the wrong size pan. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. All right, so there's eggs. I need, let's see here, 1 cup of water. There's a cup. Cup of water, and then I believe it's a half cup of vegetable oil. Where's the lamb sauce? It's effing raw. Thanks, Pie Boy, aka Gordon Pie Boy Ramsay. Well, apparently, Pie Boy, I'm making a pie, not a cake, because my pan is too shallow. So this will be the cake for you. I'm making this cake for Pie Boy because he likes pie so much. So half a cup of vegetable oil. Okay, and like I said, I've never done this before, so if I totally screwed up, oh well. Alright, time to mix this. Thanks again to Shogi for the mixer. Sadly, don't have the right size pan. Interesting story. When I was young, I saw many a picture of beautiful cakes on the cake mix boxes, and for the longest time, the box had that beautiful cake in it. What? I feel like I'm missing some words there, bird brain. Alright, it says to mix that stuff in a mixer on medium speed for 2 minutes. Alright. You blame Trump. Okay. Why is Rand's kitchen door so small? What? Kitchen door? What? Oh, this is for the pantry. Alright, we're mixing for 2 minutes here. Reminds me of my fudge making. It always smells so good to bake stuff, man. It smells so good. Just the smell of sugar, flour, and probably butter or something. It's so sad. Rand has to bake his own birthday cake. Don't worry, Rand. We love you. Hey, I wanted to do this. I've never baked my own cake before. Never baked a cake. So don't be sad. This is going to be fun. And again, if it doesn't come out perfect because I have the wrong size cake thing, it's okay. I'll still eat it. Happy birthday, Lord Dragon Reborn. Thank you, Master Maggots. Crispy fried rice. Appreciate it, you guys. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see. It's like a yellow batter that I'm putting together, that I'm mixing here. Fake news, it was pie. What? It's a very smooth batter, it looks like it's coming out. All right, there's the timer, so that's 2 minutes of mixing here. Okay, so if you guys can see, hopefully you can see. Uh, Actually, I'll bring the camera over so you can see the batter. I probably shouldn't lick the mixers like I do with fudge. It says don't eat raw cookie batter or raw cake batter. All right. Let me see here how to lock these things. There we go. I'd love to lick these, but I'm not going to because it got like raw egg in it. All right, so this is what the batter looks like, so you guys can see. Very ooey gooey. So I'm going to pour this. Okay, I need to put non-stick spray in this thing. It says grease the pan. Grease bottom only of 13 by 9 pan. I'm hoping non-stick baking spray is the best. Taste tests? No, I'm not taste testing raw eggs. So I'm going to put this non-stick baking spray and hope that this works. I assume this is the same as greasing a pan. There's raw egg and cookie dough. True, that's true. I don't want to test this that way. Okay, so pour into pan, bake as directed, and it says 28 to 33 minutes here. Happy early birthday, good sir. Incoming cake pans by tomorrow per Amazon. You can enjoy the sweet heart of baked goods. Oh my god, did you just send me a cake pan? God, Yogi. All right, well, I'll have to do cake again sometime. Let me get a spatula. I have a spatula here somewhere. All right, here we go. Let's pour it in and hope it is a good amount. Some of this didn't mix. Damn. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We'll whisk briskly ourselves here. Yeah, you guys are right. The pan's a little bit big, just a little bit. Just a little bit, like about an inch or two too wide. So it's going to be a very thin cake. Well, then what size is this pan for, man? If this isn't a cake pan, why would they have a pan that's just like a little bit bigger? Well, I hope this cake dough or this cake batter rises a good amount. That's what I gotta hope for. I don't know if baking it longer will make it rise more. If I put baking soda, it doesn't have baking soda in the recipe. Do you guys know if I put baking soda if it would make it rise more? Of course, I've already poured it in, so I'd have to, I don't know, that would probably be a bad idea to experiment like that. It's for lasagna. Is that what it's for? I might time you out so you can steal the joke. You like it? Lewd joke alert. There's raw eggs in every woman, but we still. Oh my god. All right. This is gonna be probably too small or not the best cake ever. All right. So now we just gotta wait for 28 to 33 minutes. Oh man, I can't believe I did that. I even measured the thing and it was like 13 inches by 9. I was like, well, it looks like an inch or two too wide, but I'm sure that's not a big deal. Apparently, it's a big deal. Damn it. Apparently, it's a freaking big deal. Uh, so you think that's a lasagna pan? I know I've made. I know my brother's done like I've done like chicken and stuff in there, but I've never done a cake before, so I just didn't know that the pan was just a little too big. Okay, so it says bake time 28 to 33 minutes. If using dark or non-stick pan, bake 3 to 5 minutes. I don't know if this is a dark or non-stick pan. All right. Uh, well, if nothing else, the frosting is going to be great. I'm going to have chocolate frosting, and it's going to be delicious. All right, I'm going to wash a few things while this starts to bake. And, man, if I screw up my own birthday cake, that's what I get for making my own birthday cake, I guess. You typically want a high cake bowl since the cake mix rises when you put it in the oven. It's got to do with yeast. Remember, clean as you go. Yep, I'm gonna wash my little mixer dudes here. Let me do that real fast while I wait for this cake that's totally the wrong size to bake. Clean as you go. Thanks, Gordon Ramsay Pie Boy. Gordon Pie Boy Ramsay. God, I still can't believe I got the wrong size thing, man. Oh, God. Well, I feel like this happens every time I make something for the first time. I do something stupid and get something wrong. But thankfully, it's not like I'm doing it in front of a bunch of people who watch me screw it up, right? Right? Now, it's only a couple of you guys who can watch me screw it up. Just a couple of you guys. If nothing else, I'll get to frost a cake for the first time, even if it's a too skinny cake. We'll have very long, wide pieces of cake is what we'll do here. Actually, let me put my eggs in the trash because my garbage disposal is not working and my apartment people won't come fix it. You've been deep cleaning your kitchen at home. Rand needs a GoPro. You clean as you go. You learn as you go too. That's true. Learn as you go. A GoPro? Do I need to put a GoPro on my head? I got to do real dishes anyway, so this will be my excuse to do dishes on my birthday tomorrow. Do dishes on my birthday. Rand says, "Hi neighbor, whom do I who I do not remember your name. May I be so bold as to borrow your cake bowl thingy that is higher than mine?" Okay, cake bowl thingy. I don't think it's called a cake bowl. It's called a cake pan or sheet, I think. Say, I'm going to bake a cake in a lasagna pan. Well, you know what? Maybe I want lasagna cake, okay? Maybe lasagna cake is actually the new fad, you know? You know, I'm one of those innovating chefs. Gordon Ramsay, eat my heart out. I'm making a lasagna cake, but it doesn't taste like lasagna. Layer cake is a thing. That's true. Layer cake is a thing. Fake news wanted to be a pie. Wanted to be a pie. All right, I can't get this wire to wrap up well here. Hold on. Well, if Shogi really did just order a pan for me on Amazon, the next time I make a cake, I don't know, a year from now, I'll have the right size thing. Hey, if this tastes good, even if it's the wrong size, maybe I'll make another one just to try it with the right size thing. Be right back. All right, Bird Brain, no problem. Why can I not? God, this wire sucks. Maybe just a little tie for the wire sucks. Or I suck at wires. It's probably that. Okay. All right. Well, you know, if I fail at the cake, maybe it'll mean I'll have good RNG and FTL today. Maybe that's what'll be the trade-off, right? Get some good FTL RNG because I failed at a cake. What's funny is I'm also I'm going to a party tomorrow. It's not a birthday party. It's just a cast party with my Christmas caroling friends, actually. And I said I would bring a dessert because, hey, I'm baking a cake today. Hey, what's up, Loopy? How are you doing? I thought, surely if I bake a cake, I can bring a cake. Holy crap, this is rising a lot. You know what? I think I'm going to be okay, guys. I think I'm actually going to be fine. It's already over halfway up the thing. I wonder if I can show you guys. Let me see. Prepare for a wild ride. I don't know. You guys are giving me crap, but that looks like that's rising pretty well, actually. So I think I'm going to be fine. Hopefully it doesn't rise above the pan, actually. That would be bad. Or maybe good. I don't know. Were y'all able to see that? I don't know if you could see through the window there. Hey, what's up, Hallis? Greetings, Mr. Althor. I love everybody's making reference to my Rand Althor name. All right, so when this is done, which it says you need to let it cool 10 minutes before removing from pan. What am I going to put this on is the question. I don't have really a plate or anything. That's the right size. What do you usually put a cake on, guys? I don't have the right utensils or dishes. You'd think I'd plan for these things. I have like a big cutting board, a tray, a cake tray. Well, I mean, I have the thing I bake cookies on. I really don't want to put it on that because it's all greasy and stuff. I gotta wash it, but it still seems greasy. See, I have these little things that are randomly from other people. It's got holes in it. I don't know if that would work. Nobody with any good sense leaves it in the pan. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to use the cutting board, actually. I do have wax paper. What I could do is I have parchment paper. I think what I'll do is I'll put parchment paper on my cutting board, and we'll just put it on the cutting board. Because the cutting board that my friend gave me a while back is huge, so. Twinkie tray? Is that what that looked like? It did look like a Twinkie tray. I swear, I got like when I moved into my apartment, all the people at my church job were just like giving me stuff, and so I have these all these random things. Apparently, not the perfect size cake tray, but I have all these little random metal things. So just eat it all quickly, and you won't have to worry about storing it. There you go. What's up, Spectre? Happy Born Day. That's a nice board. It's huge. Like I said, I just people just gave me stuff. Well, I have one friend, another tenor, that was like, I got all this new cooking gear and I have all this stuff I never use, and so he gave like 4 kitchen knives and cutting boards and trays and all sorts of crazy stuff. Okay, I'm actually going to turn this around. I think it's getting close to being done already. I feel like it's faster than it should be getting finished. So 350, right? Says bake as directed in chart or until toothpick inserted in center comes out clean. So I guess you're supposed to like poke it with a toothpick to see if there's still batter in it. I think I'm going to test that. I don't have a toothpick. What could I stick in there? Maybe I could put my little thermometer in there and see if it comes out clean or not. Are the knives any good? Yeah, they're pretty nice knives. They're better than my brother's knives, he said when he saw them. Okay. There's still a little fluffy stuff on it when I stick it in, so that means it's probably still got a little bit to go. It's only been a few minutes. It's been like 12 minutes. But yeah. I mean, I'll show you what it looks like. This is cooking up quicker, much quicker than I thought it would. Let me show you guys. It's also a little uneven. I think that's because it's a little slanted in there. Should be careful not to roll 19s or 20s on a d20. Okay. But it's looking pretty good. I just don't want it to get too brown because I don't want to overcook my first cake too. Don't want to overcook it. Even though Overcooked is a great game. Yeah, well, actually, I can show you the knives. I got the knives right here. He gave me these little small knives. They're Softworks, whatever brand that is. And then the couple of big knives. This is a Brazilian, made in Brazil thing. NSF. I don't know what that is. But yeah. Just gave me those knives, man. What's the metal? It says stainless steel. That's about all I know. And I keep opening the oven, and that's like a rookie mistake. I always remember from those cooking shows. It's a rookie mistake. All right. Chocolate icing is going to be delicious. I don't think I have to do anything special with the chocolate icing. I'm pretty sure I just put it on and spread it with a spatula, I guess. I shall prepare my spatula. Depends if the knife is good for you. A good knife is all about a comfortable grip. Well, I don't use it so much that I would even know difference between it being super comfortable or not. So it seems nice for me. Mithril versus adamantium. Okay. It's neither of those. It's neither of those fake metals. And this cake is looking, it's getting pretty brown. Let me check it again. I think it's just about done, man. Which seems faster than it should be, but it's getting pretty, starting to brown, and it smells really good. There's only a little bit of cake that come off on my little thing here. Usually the indication the cake is about to be ready is the smell. It's smelling very, very good. So I'm going to let it just go maybe one more minute, because it's starting to darken on the top a little bit more than, to a point where I don't think I want it to darken too much more. So maybe another 30 seconds. Adamantine for the sharper edge and stronger material. Oh, is adamantine actually a real metal? Okay. So 2-inch tall cake. I don't know. It's looking pretty good to me. The edges are a little funky looking, but I don't know. I think it's looking pretty good. Again, this is maybe because it's thinner, it's cooking faster. If it was taller and thicker, it might have taken longer to cook. Because this is seeming pretty fast to me. You get creative with baking with what you have. Yeah. All right, let me show you guys, and you guys can let me know if you think it's good. I'm just going to pull it out and show it to the camera here, because I'm afraid it's getting too dark. How does that look to you guys? See, it's looking like it's getting pretty dark in the middle. I feel like that looks good. What do you guys think? How does that look to you guys? Can you see? I don't feel like it needs it to get any darker. I think I'm going to just leave it there. And it says let it cool for 10 minutes before icing it. Lasagna cake looks edible. I think Rand actually placed a cutting board in the oven. No, I didn't do that. Stick my thing in one more time. Giggity. And nothing's really coming off on it. I don't know. It seems pretty good. It seems just brown enough on the edges. I think it's pretty good, man. I think we're gonna leave it there. Supposed to let it cool for 10 minutes. So let me get my. I wonder if I should ice it. I should probably ice it not in the pan, right? I should probably. It says remove from the pan, cool completely before frosting. So wait 10 minutes, it says, before I actually pull it out of here, and then I frost it afterwards. Let the residual heat continue to work its magic. I should leave it in the oven turned off. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll do that. I turned the oven off already. I can do that. Maybe leave it in there for like 5 more minutes and then let it completely cool off afterwards or something. Okay. I'll take your word for it, Bird Brain. Trust that you know what it what it does. And the lasagna cake looks edible to Shogi. You know, it looks edible to me too. All right, let me get my parchment paper spread on the cutting board here. I don't know, for my first cake, it seems pretty decent. It doesn't look totally burned or totally undercooked. How can you, what does that say? Now you can, crap. Now you can prep the creams and choco fudge while it sits in there. I don't actually have stuff to make chocolate fudge. But we do have the icing here, which is a little. I thought it would be more liquidy, but I guess not. Okay. I'm supposed to let it cool completely before I'll ice it too, so I'll let it sit in the oven for a couple more minutes, then I'm going to take it out to let it cool. I knew this would take a little bit longer than I usually take to make cookies, just because a cake seems to take a little longer. Do I need to heat it up in a pot of water? Let's see if there's directions. 1 tub frosts, 1 13 by 9 inch cake. I don't think so. It doesn't say anything about doing anything with it. My birthday present to you is no making any puns today. You're welcome. I have a feeling, Pie Boy, you're not gonna be able to stick to that. No worries or anything. If you do, yeah, I don't think stir room temperature frosting. Seems like I stir it. I think I just stir it. I'll probably get a spoon and stir it, and then we'll whip it, or use the spatula to spread it. See, spread like peanut butter? It sounds like it. That's what it seems like. But all it says is stir room temperature frosting. So I'll stir it just to mix it up a little bit. I mean, you can see that that looks like just the frosting you would see on top of a cake. You can kind of see it looks delicious. Stirring it's making it seem to be a little more spreadable too. Taste test. This I will taste test. That's good. Turd in a cup. Is that what it looks like? Hey, well, turds tasted like this, then, more people would eat them. Okay. That's good, man. Some good stuff. Milk chocolate, Betty Crocker icing. Okay. All right, I think I'm going to take it out of the oven and let it cool to as close to room temperature as I'm willing to wait for it. I don't know, that looks pretty darn good to me. If y'all can see, that looks pretty good. Maybe a little dark, but better that than like undercooked. But I don't know, that looks pretty darn good to me. Feels like a cake. Hopefully it's fluffy, nice and fluffy on the inside. But I do have to let it cool before I can ice it. I was wondering if I should like play a game while I wait for it to cool. Problem is, I don't know how long it'll take to cool. I don't want to I don't know if I tried to play one FTL round while I wait for this to cool or not. Because I don't want to have to go back and forth between the kitchen and here. So I can put a couple more things away though. I assume if you put icing on the cake before it's finished cooling, the icing will melt or something. Because I'm pretty sure it won't stay like icing if you put it on too hot of a thing. I will want to remove it from the pan though anyway. So now here's the thing: how do I get it out of the pan without breaking it apart? Anybody have any tips for removing a cake from a pan? Don't want to turn it upside down and then, I don't know, Maybe get spatulas from both sides. Who's got a tip for removing a cake from a pan? It looks like it's not sticking to anything, which is good. It's all off the sides. I just don't know how to remove it without breaking the cake. Coax it out with a treat. Anybody have any real tips? Anybody have any real? Flip it over and tap. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking of like flipping it over, um, flip it over, and then whatever I put it onto, then flip it back onto that. Um, like, like if I took this, put this on top, this other pan, flipped it over, and then removed that pan, and then flip it onto there. I think I might do that. Let me wash this pan then. I'm not sure why that pan looks so dirty. I pretty much only do cookies in it and like heat bread on it. Or just leave it in the pan. No, I don't want to leave it in the pan. I don't think that's the right thing to do. I will trust others who say you usually don't leave a cake in a pan. Besides, I don't think I have seen lots of people leave cakes in pans. I don't think anyway. I'm going to not leave it in the pan. Again, I'm kind of guessing on this since I've never done it before, so if it comes out semi-cake like, I'll be happy. Semi-cake like is my hope. All right, I will say it's probably about cool enough where I can remove it though. Like when I grab the corners, it seems to move like it'll come off of there. So here we go. Here we go. We're going to try this. All right, I flipped it. It came out of the pan. Hey. All right. It's uneven and it's very skinny. I wonder if that's the part. Maybe this should be the top. Looks like a pancake. Should that be the top, you think? I'm not sure if that's the top or the bottom. That is a very skinny cake, actually. Hmm. Birdbrain donated. Oh, did he really? Well, thank you for the donation, Birdbrain. I appreciate it. I won't be able to see the amount until I get back to my computer, but thank you. It's not black, it's a win. There you go. I feel like that should be the top. That is a very skinny cake. You guys are right. I should have had a different pan. All right, I'm going to try to flip it over here onto this thing. Okay. Okay. Lasagna cake is there. Cake bars for everybody. Well, now you know what happens if you bake a cake into the lasagna tray. You get A skinny lasagna cake. Uh, but again, thank you for the nature, Bird Brain. I really appreciate it. Okay, we're gonna let this cool a couple more minutes. I'm gonna put icing on it, and I don't know. I still say it's pretty good for my first cake. Again, it's skinny. We'll have little. It's like candy bars, but made out of cake. I would eat a cake candy bar. I don't know about you guys, but I would eat a cake candy bar, no problem. So looks pretty good though. I have to say, can you guys see? Looks pretty good. Color looks good. Texture looks good. It's not like overly cooked or squishy or anything like that. So, other than the fact that it's a completely wrong size, I think it's good. All right, let it cool a couple more minutes, then we'll ice the thing. What's sad also is my oven is like not flat. It's like very slightly tilted, and you could see which side was on the tilted side. Which side is because it's thicker on this side and thinner on this side. So we're cutting it in half and putting the halves on top of each other work. Hmm. I could do it like a layer cake like that. That's not a bad idea. Like if I cut it right in half, I could do like chocolate icing, and then put it on top of each other, and it'd be like a bit of a layer cake. I know anybody. It looks like a big French toast. It does. Kind of looks like a French toast or a square pancake. I could do that. That could be like a. Then it'd be a really thick, small cake rather than a wide, skinny cake. You'll only eat cake if you can mix it with vanilla ice cream. Oh yeah, I'm sure it'll taste great too. I'm just curious if that would make it too big. The bottom's flat, so I'd have to like stack them. Like if I did flat side on top of flat side. That's interesting. How carried away do we want to get with this? I have loads of icing anyway. Experiment with your first layer cake. If I were to do that, how would I want to do the icing? Because I would want icing on the flat side, then I want to put the flat side on top, and then put icing on the other side. I don't know, man. I think I might. At least you won't have the issue again once your pan comes. Well, thanks, Shogi. Okay, I think I'm gonna try a layer cake here. Use one of these awesome knives I showed you guys. What I need to do is make sure I cut it equally, though. So we're gonna measure. 13 and a half inches. So half of that would be what? 6.75. Is that right? The bottom is always clean. Burger FS. What? Huh. Do it like a sandwich. Icing in the middle, top and sides. Do you usually do icing on the sides, or is it usually just on the top? I don't know. Burger with the Burger hosted. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the host, Burger. All right, well, I think I'm gonna try to do this. Okay, I'm gonna try to cut this thing. Oh man, I'm gonna really screw this up now. Time to really screw this up. Get all the stuff out of the way so I can turn my thing here. Okay. Alrighty. 12-hour stream. Am I cooking for 12 hours? No, we're cooking for like an hour. We're almost done here. Let's actually call that 14. So right at, well, let's see here. All right, we'll it can't go back. All right, I cut it. I get it. I did it. Okay, it's staying together, and the inside looks nice and fluffy, actually. So, okay, that's a good sign. There has to be some culinary rule being violated here by using a measuring tape on a freshly baked pancake. Oh, I'm sure I've broken so many cooking rules. The measuring tape, ubiquitous part of any kitchen. What's up, Cthulhu? Okay, so I'm going to. Oh, I'm going to ice this. Then I'm going to put this on top of that, and then ice the top. That's what we're going to do. Still, at least feels slightly more correct than a yardstick. All right, nice. I will say if the cake's not falling apart, I feel like we at least cooked it pretty much right. And it looks and smells like a pancake to me. So I think I need to let it cool a little bit longer though. Because it's still slightly warm, slightly oily. So it'll be like a slightly smaller, more squarish cake with not a lot of pieces though. Definitely let it cool, yeah. Cooked is called baked. Okay, my bad. Like I said, I'm a noob. I'm Baker Henry, but I'm I'm not an expert like Baker Henry. I'm Baker Rand. All right. It smells really good though. Got to say it smells really good. Happy birthday. Thank you, Emilio-san. Appreciate that. I will be 38 tomorrow, and God, does that feel old, man. Let me put a timer for 5 minutes here. I don't want to go over and start streaming games until I'm done with the cake. So it's a little weird, but because I cut it and it was a little uneven, I think the way it is where we have thinner side, thicker side, and then thinner side, thicker side. If I place it that way, maybe it'll even itself out a little bit. I don't know, man. I don't know, but I will say it's going to be kind of a small cake. First, it was too long and wide and skinny. Now it's going to be probably too thin and tall and fat. It's a Tetris cake, yeah. Baker Rand has a better way of baking. Yeah, it's a better way, and that way is the incorrect way of baking. One thing I always loved about baking cakes was the smell when it was just about came out of the oven. It smells so good. Man, if you guys could smell, it smells like a delicious cake, man. Clap, Rand Fabulous, clap. Oh, I can't see Rand Fabulous on this one, I don't think, because I'm looking at my tablet. But nice. All right, it's getting pretty close to being cool enough, I think, to ice it. So my plan is I'm going to ice this. I'm going to place this on top. Then I'm going to ice that top. And then we'll ice around the edges. And hopefully we'll have a bit of a 2-layer cake, man. You know, I thought I'm such an amazing baker, having never baked a cake before. We have to go crazy and do a 2-layer cake for our first cake ever. Because doing a 1-layer cake is just too easy. Too noob. You can see Rand Fabulous. Can you see it? It should be me with pink hair. Place the bottom layer of the cake on a big plate. Put this on a big plate. You think so? I don't know if I have a big enough plate. Kind of have a flat cake. Or flat plate. I don't know if that's big enough. I won't be able to lift it once you do the icing or move it. My only worry is that my plates might not be big enough. This is probably the flattest plate I have. Now layer some bacon and eat it. You are right though. Leaving it on this sheet might not be the best. Maybe if I do put it on this plate, that might be okay. Let's see here. I don't want to keep moving it too much though. A flat tray. I mean, that's basically what we have here. This cutting board is basically a flat tray. Make a 4-layer cake. Cut it into 4 squares. I'm not doing that. I don't think I have anything that would work better for this. You know, I have a George Foreman grill, and this thing might actually be... This might be easier to carry. What do you guys think of that? If I clean this off, put it on there, it'll be kind of a circular kind of cake tray. Holds the egg puns in. Thanks for holding it in. That might be better than trying to carry it around on a huge cutting board. And I can kind of spin this as I ice it, maybe. Let me wash it. We'll see if this will work. I forgot to mention this is ghetto cooking with Rand, where we cook cakes in lasagna trays and serve them on George Foreman grill metal plates. Rand, quickly, you have to drink the icing. If it works, it works. I'm basically the MacGyver of the kitchen. Basically MacGyver. I think this might actually work pretty well. I feel like it'll be easier to transport too, because if I'm going to be taking it to a party tomorrow, I guess it depends on how much cake is left, because I have my brother and my friend Tim are coming over tomorrow. Hopefully we won't eat all the cake in one day. I feel like that actually might be pretty good. Okay. It's almost room temperature, I would say. It's every time I grab it, it's coming apart just a little bit. Let me use a couple spatulas, hopefully, to handle it better. Okay. Yeah, you can see little bits of cake staying on the thing there. There's no cake left, good sir. Just buy some cookies for the party. That's true. Are you playing this game with no pause hard mode? Yes, this is no pause hard mode baking. Slide something underneath to lift it up. Free samples on the cutting board. That's right. I guess we can try this. Cake skin. That is good. All right. This is a good cake, man. Betty Crocker, man. Highly recommend. All right, so let's ice this. This cutting board is taking like all of my counter space. Of course, my kitchen's tiny, so we have a tiny counter space. we go. So we're going to ice the top of this. There's going to get chocolate icing all over this pan. I feel like I'm okay with that. Cake Beam 1, aka the caking. All right, so we're going to ice this, put that on top of this, and hope this works. Let's do it. Just going to kind of spoon a good amount on here, and then we'll spread it with the spatula. See how this goes. Again, this is my first time to ever do this, so I don't have a good technique. Angle the camera down a little bit, okay. Is that better? Now you want some cake. You join late. What's the cake going to be? I presume this thing just a normal sponge. Well, it's actually going to be slightly a bit of a layer cake. Because we used the wrong pan, so it's a little skinny. So we cut it in half and put it on top of each other. Side to side, good sir, look like you're painting or using a magic wand. Okay. Side to side, huh? Let's get some more icing. Side to side. So like that. Okay, that seems pretty good. Hey, okay. That seems like that's how you're supposed to do it. All right. It's almost starting to look like a cake. Almost. I think I need a little more icing. God, I wish I had more counter space. Magic Henry, what? Helps to distribute evenly, yeah. Those layers look pretty thick to me. If I was making a layer cake, you would slice in half horizontally. Well, Cthulhu, I'm not experienced enough to do that and do it well. Spread the icing right to the edge. Once you put on the top layer, you clean up the edges with more icing. Okay. Yeah, I do need some more. My edges are not quite there, so some on that edge, some on this edge, and a little bit on this edge. But you're right, Cthulhu. The layers are a little thick because I didn't have the right size pan, so the dimensions are not quite right on this cake. Okay. Trying to get the edges here on my George Foreman tray. Okay, that seems pretty evenly distributed. You don't have to do it well. That's the thing. It's not the sponge that keeps the cake together. It's the icing. Nice. It's like a real big peanut butter sandwich. All right. Okay. I think I'm going to call that good and then put the other layer on top here. So, skinny side is this side, so I want to put the thick side on this side. So I want to do like this, I think. Yeah. All right, moment of truth, guys. It is like a giant peanut butter sandwich. Giant cake chocolate sandwich. Who wants a giant chocolate cake sandwich, huh? Who wants a giant chocolate cake sandwich? I do. All right. Let's slice the top of this thing. Okay. Me. Emilio-san wants that. I gotta say, this cake is gonna look really funny. Need more icing? Yeah, I'll need more. I almost think I might have needed 2 cups of this thing to I have a decent amount. I have a little bit left. I wanted to save some for the sides, but I might not have enough to ice all of the sides too. See, the top of the cake is coming off a little bit too as I do this. That's a thick cake. What's up, Burger? Feels birthday, man. What kind of icing am I using? Oh, everything's pre-bought, Cthulhu. It's a pre-bought cake mix and it's pre-bought icing. It's Betty Crocker. Betty Crocker. Hashtag sponsored. Okay, that's pretty good right there. Not actually sponsored, by the way. Okay. Randy Crocker, that's right. I'm actually surprised how quickly it came out of the oven. Me too. I was thinking it needed to cook longer, but I mean, if you see, I think it's cooked well. This cake is so ghetto, but hell, I'd eat it. It is ghetto. my first cake, okay, on my 38th birthday. For my 38th birthday, crossing off the bucket list, make my own birthday cake. These pieces are gonna be huge, man. When my mom made it when I was young, I would sit in front of the oven watching the cake slowly rise. Nice. Hey, everybody here would eat it, I'm pretty sure. All right, now I got to figure out if I want to try to get the sides frosted. This is how much frosting I have. It's kind of not a lot left. Um, let's see. Tastes like a cake though. This is definitely a ghetto cake. All right, how am I going to do this? How am I going to try to stretch this icing to cover the sides. I don't even know if I want to take this to the party on Saturday because I'll be like, "What do you guys think of my cake?" That's not a cake. Uh, it's my version of a cake. Okay. All right. How could I frost the sides here? I'm gonna try to do this. Oh, this is not gonna. Kind of works. I just don't have enough frosting for this. That's kind of working. Do I want to keep trying to do that? Do one side for the picture victory. That's right. Think your friends would be proud of you with your first cake? Well, you might be right. One side for the picture. I like that idea. Okay, let me move this over a bit. Hey everyone, ever heard of a cake sandwich? It's the new trend. Have some. This side icing is not going well. What do you guys think? I think I'm ready for the cooking channel, right? Give those sky high cakes or whatever, and what are those Chicago guys? Give them a run for their money, man. It's not horrible. Not the prettiest cake in the world. That cake can easily fit another quart or so of icing. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Well, it's because I layered it. I think that it's taking extra icing. I think we're just gonna have one side have icing on it. I gotta say, baking the cake's the easy part. Icing, it's probably the where the real art comes out. Uh, Glamour Shots Cake Edition. Icing, at least I can understand if it's something a little more complex with nuts and so on. You would punch the shit out of that cake. You have the patience of a saint. 7.5 out of 10 points for the cake. I like it. Okay. All right. Drop some M&Ms? No, no. This is yellow cake with chocolate icing is my favorite. This is all I'm doing to it. Can't wait to see the fancy decorative icing text of happy birthday. You've had a crappy week with all the extra job stuff, but this stream has brought a smile to my eyes. Who knew I'd bear witness to Rand's cake brick? That probably tastes like a dream. It's a cake brick. I like it. All right. All right. I'm gonna try to just smooth the icing on the top, and I think I'm gonna call it done. I'm gonna dump the last of the icing on top of it. Yes, I said dump with this chocolate flavor ice cream, and we're just or ice cream, icing, and we're gonna call it good. This ghetto cake of ghetto-ness. is going to be delicious and probably make anybody who laugh as soon as they look at it. Look at my cake. Is that a brick made of chocolate and bread? Yeah, pretty much, but it's in a sandwich shape. Okay, I think that's about all the icing I got. Icing and decorations is the tougher part. My wife makes super elaborate cakes, so you've seen a thing or two. Nice. 7.5 out of 10. I'll take it. For my first cake, I'll take it. If I had more icing and could do the rest of the sides, I feel like it'd be better because then it would actually look just like a small cake. I would say our main issue is just running out of icing. I could maybe do the top little bit of the side, like the top side here. I mean, from that side, it looks pretty good though, right? From that side, it kind of looks like a cake, I would say. What does the back look like? Back looks like that. Looks like two layers on top of each other with a bunch of cake that you can see. No icing on it. Next cake stream should be you bake it from scratch, no cake mix, make your own frosting. Then we'll see the true talent. Put a cake with icing in the fridge and make the icing turn gooey. Should I put it in the fridge? You think? I mean, I have a little frost. You know what? Maybe I can get this backside. I wonder if I could scrape the edges enough to get enough just to get the backside here. Getting a little bit there. Just stealing some frosting from the bottom, from the middle part there. Mmm, that's good cake though. Cold cake is whack cake. I don't know. I don't think I want to put it in the fridge. I don't think I want to do that. I prefer just room temperature cake myself. Yeah, I think with as much icing as I have, that's about what I can do. I got a little bit left on the spatula. Okay. All right, it's not bad. So that'll be the back. And that's the front of our cake brick. Okay. The sides look even worse than the back does, by the way. But it tastes good. I think I'm going to call it good there. Spread the last bit of icing that I have on my spatula just on the sides here. Okay, I think that's good. Cake brick achievement unlocked. That's right. What's up, always Luigi? Cake brick achievement. Okay, I gotta take a picture. Even though this looks horrible, I have to take a picture just to save for posterity. So, 1 second, I'm gonna take a picture, and then we can actually swap to playing video games. 1 second, guys. But I would say it's not terrible. It's not the best, not the worst. Like my video game plan. Oh, not the worst player. I'm not the best player. I think I'm making it worse now, though. I could play with the icing all day. I think I'm gonna just leave it there. It's good. I gotta take a picture for the Facebooks. All right, quick picture from the good side. Of course, with the flash on, I could see the parts where I missed the icing. Oh, did always Luigi donate too? Thank you, sir. I missed it. Thank you for the $5. Definitely need a GoPro for cake close-ups. There should be a donation goal to have the streamer drop the cake on his head. Oh my god. Cake feels like it really wants a thin layer of fruit puree or coulis, perhaps marmalade on the middle to cut through all the heavy chocolate. What? Okay, you don't like cake like I like cake. You don't like fudge and chocolate like I like fudge and chocolate. Beware of ants if let outside. Nice. Okay, real quick, guys. I'm going to go swap over to my other computer. So if I'm going to turn on some music and give me like 5 minutes to get everything resituated. And we're going to play some FTL and then other games. So thank you all again so much for watching, for donations and bits. I apologize that I didn't get everything. But I'll be back in just a minute. We'll play some games and maybe we'll have a piece of cake halfway through the stream. Sounds good to me. I'll be right back, guys. Dance party. We'll dance party it. Good call.